entertained.
Good morning, our dear listeners and viewers of 4TV. My name is Karungi Precious as your today's host on the Kids Talk Show program, and our program is there on Sundays at 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. And our today's topic will be the impact of homework on a child's life. And you can also download the 4TV app you can download the 4TV app from the Google Play Store, the App Store, and you watch us via the YouTube channel, Facebook, and also TikTok. So today we have our guests that will be telling us more about the impact of homework on their lives. And so how is it like impacting their lives? How is it that useful, or is like disturbing them? So I'll first give them a chance to introduce themselves, and then we continue with the program.
Hello dear viewers, my name is Muhimbo Christian. I'm from Green Circle School and I am very happy to be here. Thank you.
Hello viewers of 4TV, my name is Msimenta Patricia. I'm very glad to be here and I'm from Wihinga Primary School. Thank you.
So, I would like to ask you a question, Mr. Muhimbo. So, how is the homework, like, is it that useful to your life, or is it creating a burden on you? How are you seeing it?
To my point of view, homework is actually very, very useful to me. Why? Because it helps me to memorize the things that I have been studying in class. You know, they put questions for you to answer, so you can either like do it as a test. You say that this time I'm not going to copy from my books, and you remember the things that you have been doing in class, and it helps you to pass exams and to get higher marks. So to me, homework is useful.
So you can also tell us how the activity to do from home or the homework is useful to you, and we also continue with the program.
For me, to you, how my homework is good, because it actually reminds you about what you have learned or taken about in class. So we must also be doing some homework so that you can memorize or remember something that you have talked about in class, so that it also helps you to the more search, to get more search on that one, because they may ask you the question of that real day, that like the question which came in your homework. So they may ask you, and for you may bring in more explain, and it be so useful to you.
Okay. So, Mr. Christian, here comes your question. So, is it that the homework is the only activity that helps you to pass exams, or because when you are giving a statement, you said that homework helps you to get more marks? Is it like the only activity that you do to help you to get more marks?
No, actually, there are many other things, like you can read your books, you revise those notes. Sometimes even in the notes they can add in like some main points, and you revise them really hard and you get them into your head. Or maybe you can ask your teacher for a pamphlet. Do you know these like books,
Yeah,
photocopied books?
Yeah, there are some like companies that print them out, the CPROs.
So you can tell them to like give you such a book. It does contain both notes and it contains questions.
So you'll be writing in that real book, or you'll be getting your revision book?
No, you can write in the book. You can write in the book, but if you want, then you can get the revision book and you write. Then after that you take the book for marking. Your pamphlet, you take it for marking. You take it to your teachers, they mark, and you see how much your brain is working. So that's what I think.
Okay. Question to you, madam. So, How is the homework helping you in life? Is it the only test that you do to get the exams correct, or you also have the other activities you do?
Actually, no, it's not the only one, because for this homework, it makes you just remember what you have learned for today. Now, let me say, like yesterday, they gave us some questions. On Monday, we may do some revision, and it also helps me. Like, even you may get these booklets, or you may be absent. You get your friends or
Now,
colleagues.
What if like that day you're absent? You get too much work. You find like now at our school,
Yeah.
we have 8 teachers.
Yes.
Every lesson every subject has 2 teachers. Now you find all the 8 teachers have taught. Will you be copying that work in that same day, and you also copy the work that you'll be getting that day?
No, actually, no. You must first revise. Like, if you are absent, make sure that you meet a friend or your
But
colleague
the
that
teacher
you
wants
learn.
that work, and
Yeah,
maybe he or she has given
You have
the
to first
activity.
Yes, but you may also copy that work,
But you
and
can-
then after you
can
revise.
You can explain to your teacher that maybe you can tell him what you are doing at home, and then after he tells you to skip a certain space, then on the weekend you make sure you copy that work and finish it well.
But some people's now in our school, what they do, when they put on a certain mark and you have to pass it, now the peoples get to know that there is pass mark, like they are beating on Monday, now they don't come. So what can you do on that day that every teacher will come and beat for the pass mark he or she gave you, and you are below? So what can you do? And that same day you have too much work to copy, and you come back on Tuesday finding that the teacher has that real day on Tuesday the teacher has given too much work. And plus the one that's on Monday that you never came to learn. So what can you do?
You, like I said earlier, skip a space for the missing work. Then you copy it during weekend.
Okay. Now the pass mark.
The pass mark.
Will you call the teacher to come and beat you, or
No. When a teacher beats on like a certain day, this is what I know. When a teacher beats you on a certain day, then that day the beating is over. No, they are not beating again. So that one is already taken care of.
okay?
So the only thing about that, or the only thing that you have to suffer is copying the work, which you can do in the weekends. Just the day before Saturday or Sunday, you tell them to give you like the books. You copy
the
down
people's in boarding schools with the boarding section. On the weekend, it's their time to organize their books, their bags, washing, their clothes, their uniform, everything. So how will you copy that to work? Yet you are washing the uniforms, their casual wears, the bags, the shoes, everything.
Washing doesn't take you forever. Yes. For us, I'm a boarder myself. I know. You can have like maybe
you can suffer with the stockings, especially the white ones. Cleaning them until they are pure white, you suffer.
Yeah, for us, you can use like you make a schedule for yourself. Half of the day, I'm going to use it to organize myself, organize my case, wash my bag, blah 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 blah. After lunch, you go to copying work. Start. I'm going to copy SST, finish, then science, then math, then English.
But
then
when
all
the
work is
SST
over,
teachers, both of them have taught.
yes, you copy all the work. Who told you to be lazy?
Okay. What you can do actually, you first copy the first teacher was there, or you first copy the first lesson, or the teacher who is already in class, because might ask for the work and for you don't want to be beaten. So you first copy the work in few minutes so that you can be beaten.
Few minutes, maybe the teacher has 30 minutes.
30 minutes. As you're copying the other one, you get like 2 books, or you leave some space.
Not only, I mean that not all the teachers first tell you to rate, and then that teacher explains. In our school, teachers first explain and then you rate. You find the teachers used like 20 minutes explaining and you have 10 minutes to rate. Now, will you be using those 10 minutes to rate the work that you didn't rate?
Some people,
and also that one, the
actually
work?
Actually, some people's, when the teacher is explaining, it's like has put something in the ears, doesn't want to know anything. Just rates, at least finishes, then is going to see the work, then will understand on his or herself. Yeah.
Allow me to give a point. If you think that you can't copy all that work, for me, we had holiday studies, first term holidays, and I wasn't there.
So you copied all that work?
No. I went to the director of studies, and I gave him like 4 books, because in the holidays they were using 4 books: SST, Math, Science, and English. I gave them to the teacher. He went to town, photocopied the work, put them in like 1 book. And after he brought them back to me. Now yours, the only thing that you are remaining to do if you photocopied the work is to revise it, get it in your head. You're
but
done.
those people who revise and the work passes over, goes away. You read the books, when it reaches exams, you know nothing. So what can you do?
No.
Do you cram that work?
No.
But when you're cramming, it passes.
You cram.
So
When you're cramming, you cram and understand. You're
But
supposed. You look at the book, read the notes, get them in your mind the way they are. After you start understanding. Okay, good. Now this is like.
now
this.
can you let me ask you a question? Can you also revise math?
No, you don't.
You just practice.
Math and English, you don't revise. You practice.
Let me tell you, you can't only practice math without a math teacher. Yeah.
You see, in the class, we always have children who perform very well.
Maybe you do that.
So you go to those children, tell them to explain for you the work, get your own free book. I've already got myself some self-revision books and self-practice books. You get them, give yourself numbers, practice. Take to the teacher for marking. He marks. If he finds that you have done good work, then you have got the thing in your head. If not, you continue practicing.
So for me, I could say that even when they have given you work, before you you choose your own numbers in your head, you rate them. And when you see that after marking them and you see that they have failed like 4 out of 10, you take like those 4 numbers to your friends or to the teacher to make corrections. You do the corrections, they first do them for you, then for you copy, you again explain for yourself after explaining for you. So from there, it's where you get the point and understand without going to the teacher, because most of the teachers can say that, why did you be absent? Who told you to be sick? Something like that. Yeah.
Okay, now, what are the disadvantages of the homework?
Okay,
how does it bring that much impact on your life? What's the the disadvantages? How can you overcome those disadvantages of the homework? So,
let's begin with disadvantages then. When they give you homework for the weekend, and at home you have home chores that you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Now you go home, you tell your mother, you explain to your mother, father, parents, I have work to do, so please let me skip home chores for today.
Let me first tell you.
And then
some children stay with their step parents. When they're staying with those step parents, they don't want to hear anything that you're saying. Let me tell you first. Then you have to do everything at home: cook, mop, sweep, do everything. And then after that, you eat. Like at night, you eat. After eating, they don't allow you to sit after eating. You rest for some 5 minutes. Let me tell you. And then they tell you, go to bed. They can't allow you to get your bag to start revising. Maybe. So how can you be doing that homework while you are you have all those things to do?
Not all step parents are bad. Not all. Some. Okay. Now, for
But
that,
like
for those
90% are bad and the 10% are good. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. But for me, for that child who has such a step parent, I don't live with that step parent at all. I tell my mother, please come and.
You don't know your mother.
You don't know your mother, you don't know your father.
My God.
Your parents left like you are 5 months.
Advise your step parents to take you to boarding. Yes.
You have to come. Okay. When you're going to the boarding, like they can't allow you to go because those step parents, most of them don't like their children to do work. When you tell them to take you to the boarding section or the boarding schools, they don't allow you because when they to first like take a picture when you're in the boarding school, the parents will be doing the children of your step parents will be doing all the work and those step parents don't want you to do. So do you think they'll allow you to go?
Who told them to be lazy?
Lazy?
Yes. If you see, most step parents will allow their children to go to boarding.
Yes.
Because they have children of their own who can take up that space of the work that you're supposed to be doing.
But they don't want their children to do the work.
Okay. Then if after like the weekend, after doing a whole bunch of chores, just go to your teacher, tell them, they call your step parent, they reason with him or her. Things get back.
After reasoning those issues, going home, getting to know their kinds. Why did you tell the teachers? Were they concerned?
And then there I have no possible solutions for that child.
What
Maybe
can you do,
can
Madam
just
Patricia,
suffer.
if it's you?
I want to first add on his point. Actually, when you tell the teachers after doing that whole meeting between you people, like let me say, like when you stay with commonly the stepmothers, they're the ones who do that. So after doing that, when you go home, actually the time you really go home, be knowing that you're dead.
Yeah.
Because they'll first ask you, when did you start that habit of reporting to the teachers? When were they concerned? Why did you tell them? From their kinds. From their kinds, they may even tell you that go and search where to stay or live. No food, no more
but you
going
have to do the
school.
chores.
And you have to do the chores today and tomorrow. So make
what
sure.
can you do?
So for me, if it's like me, I could actually say that sometimes homework is bad because most of the children who stay with their step parents or their grandparents, they feel like commonly like with their grandparents, they normally face a problem. You may find that a grandparent these grands of ours, they can't even wash clothes. First of all, they can't wash utensils. They can't even. Now how can I say? Okay, they can't even take the goats to be to a place where to eat from. Yeah, so even they can say that to do this and this, but for them in their heart they could say that what if it's me? I could be doing all of this, but I'm just doing it because I don't have power. So
why do teachers cane? Like when they find you have not done the homework, you didn't collect your book. Why do they cane you? Is it a must to be caned when you don't do the homework?
I know teachers are very understanding. They can understand the pain and the suffering that you're going through.
But some teachers don't like comments. When they tell you come in front and lie down, he or she doesn't want any comments. Just lie. No comments. When you have a reasonable reason to tell the teacher, doesn't want to know. So what can you do?
Most teachers before caning they ask.
Yeah,
they ask
but
and
not
they want
all.
answers.
But not all.
But most.
Yeah.
Even your teachers ask. So I don't think that there is such a thing like they cane before knowing the reason. There is always a reason for doing everything.
Okay, why do they cane?
They cane because if you weren't at home, if you are at home You have absolutely no choice because you have a maid. You have your bed. You've laid your bed when you woke up. The maid laid your bed, prepared for you breakfast. Like nothing. There is nothing you do at home. You have all the time in the world for revision, for homework, for doing missing notes, and you do nothing. There they will get furious. They will ask you, all that time, what are you doing?
But can all children tell the teachers that they have a maid and the child was just sitting doing nothing? Of course they lie.
I was almost coming to that point. You see, they have your parents' phone numbers. You know, like when they are getting to know the children in their class.
Some parents don't like their children to be beaten.
Yes, I know. You see, when they are getting to know the children in the class, there is, what do they call them? But they get these papers, They write the parent's name, phone number, child's name, blah 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 blah, everything.
It's the register.
And they keep them in the DOS's office, Director of Studies. Then after that, they ask you, why didn't you do the work? I had home chores. They told me to do home things. They told me to wash plates, to sweep the whole courtyard. So I had no time. They go to the DOS's office and they ask, they ask your parents, because they get the phone number from there. They ask your parents, does he have home chores to do? No, he doesn't. Parents never lie. He doesn't have home chores. He's just free at home. And then they cane you. That's why they cane. What stopped you from doing the work? TV. That's what I think on that point.
Okay, Patricia, why do they cane?
Actually, other teachers, they cane because you may find that, like, I could like to continue with this one's point. You may find that these children, for them, they commonly lie. Chai was absent and that you are not absent.
But the children are there to tell the teacher.
Yeah, teacher, but sometimes the teachers don't believe, they just take it. But some teachers, they have also some sense to understand. They just say that, no, you're lying. Okay, if you don't, we can call your parent. Sometimes even the parents don't want their children to be beaten. So they just say, yes, did this and this and this, was absent, and they find in the enrollment that we were also there. So please, we must not lie, and sometimes we must be beaten, because you can't study without being a little bit being kind. Because when you keep on studying without being beaten, so you're going to take it like an easy thing. You keep on joking. Even it's where you start the bad contacts and the bad behaviors. You do anything you want. They don't beat you. Do everything. Okay, you are really free, so you can't learn anything, and you must be beaten.
Okay, Mr. Christian. How can you prevent that? All that. How can you prevent the teachers from beating you if you don't do the homework?
By doing the homework. You go into your room, you lock it to avoid distractions.
Some people don't have lock in their rooms. You find this room, the bedroom for the parents, children, the sitting room, everything is in one room.
But those rooms are separated with a curtain. So you close your curtain.
Okay, let me now ask you. A bed is there, another one is here, there are curtains, then you might find the utensils are that side, now the chairs are here. And now, how will the child, now you find the little ones are in the seat, like they are sitting in the chairs, now they're in the TVs is busy shouting. Then how will you do the work when the TV is shouting? Now, when you hear your favorite thing, your favorite show is going on, you run away from the bed, you go to watch, then what do?
You put earplugs in your ears.
How?
Don't you get like a piece of cotton.
Now when if it sinks in the air.
No,
yes.
A big one, a big piece, so that it doesn't sink. You get a big piece, you put it on your ear, you can't hear anything. Then you start on your homework. When you finish, you remove it. even clear the tiny threads from your ear. Then you go, you do your things, knowing that the next day work will get marked. I have no problems.
Okay. The same question.
So for me, what I could do, I could follow the laws. So if they have given you homework, make sure by the time you go home, first do that homework, then you go to the other activities. Because most of the times you may find when reaches home, then says that, now this is my free time, I'll do it from school. To go to school is late. We'll find that real teacher who gave the homework. So we'll be kind. So we must do this homework in time and in the right place with right time. So
Okay, Mr. Christian. So, how can you prevent that whole mess? You find you have got a good number of homeworks, 6. You have to do all that homework.
You do all of them. You do them.
But now, now as we come from school at 5.
5:30 around there.
First, 5:50 there.
For us,
So, you have to go home, do some chores. It's reaching time to eat. You have not yet bathed. You bathe, then you go to eat. After eating, of course, some children after eating they just sleep.
for us,
How can you do it?
for us, we get out of class later than you at 6.
Then what do the candidates do?
Even the candidates can even go until 6:15 in class. So I mean a 6:15. So for them, they go, they wash very quickly. They wash them white as snow, the socks, and then after they go, after washing, bathe. They sit in class around 20 minutes past 6. You can only use 18 minutes for washing and bathing, because you do it really quick. After you go into the class, you write the homework, you finish it quickly. After you wait for preps. That is for boarders. For the scholars, I even wonder why they don't do their work. They go home, they reach home early, then they can even just go bathe. They sit down, they do their homework. If the parents ask, why aren't you doing your home chores? I'm doing homework. I'll do the home chores after.
Don't want to hear those comments that I'm doing homework.
Then that is not a parent.
Why?
How can a parent
but you can
not listen
first
to a
do this
child?
after reaching home, after bathing. You do your chores and then you do your homework.
A
In
parent-
peace without being disturbed.
A parent can never refuse to listen to a child's complaints. So you go, you tell your parent, I have homework to do. They have given me 8-9 papers. I have to finish them by tomorrow. Okay, you go, you do your homework. Hurry up. You write, you finish. You go, do your home chores, eat your supper, watch your TV or sleep.
Okay, Patricia. Okay. How can you do it if you have those 6 more homeworks to do?
If I have 6 homeworks, so what I can do that you might find that some people cheat. They wind up quickly when it's already time. When the time for classes are over, you go outside with your friends, because most people they make groups. Find that there are groups, so you start discussing and you
But
finish
that's
very fast.
homework.
Yeah, some people.
Not classwork.
Yeah, even though it's not classwork, but some people at school, commonly scholars, they normally cheat at school. When it's homework for them, they take it's classwork. Then when it's classwork, they take it as homework. I don't know why.
They do the vice versa.
Yeah, so they take it. They are going vice versa. So I could do the work very fast from school, because I know, if I'm staying with my stepmother, or my stepfather, could not be wanting to hear any comment on me that I have homework. Teacher, mommy, they have sent me this. They have sent me this. So they don't want to hear anything. So please do the things early from school, or you can go when you're coming at. Most of the people they come in cars or doing what. When you're coming in cars or those such vehicles, you do the work from that car. If it's too easy, if each
then
subject,
come on the motorcycles.
The motorcycles, they have to sort their cells to make sure that they have finished that work.
On the motorcycle, really? How?
No, but on the motorcycle, you can't really do the homework on it. It's really hard because you may be doing it. You don't have where to bend because you may find that you're the only person on the motorcycle, so you can't do it.
Okay.
I would like to add on her point. There are some very wise children, like sometimes they might give homework, when they ring the bell for lunch. Some people might do homework, they give out homework at lunchtime. So you get your homework, they give an hour for lunch. You use that hour to do your homework. You finish it, after you take it home when it's already completed.
So you just pass
So when you go home, you start on home chores, you finish, done. No more problems.
Okay, let me also add. Okay, let me give a question. So, you might find, like you have gone to school, you have forgot a book at home, they give you homework, you didn't learn the previous day, then you have to do all that work. At home you have chores to do, then what do?
That is an
remember
unlucky
homework, work to copy. You have
house chores at home.
Everything. How do?
You photocopy.
Photocopy. But not all the parents have that money to give to the teachers to go and photocopy the work.
Then that one is an unlucky child. Very unlucky child.
Okay, what do you do?
Me, what I do? At lunchtime or break time, I start on copying work.
But you forgot the book at home.
My way. Then I just call myself careless. I go to my teacher, I apologize, and then the next day I don't leave the book. And then I start on copying work. During the night, when my parents are in deep sleep.
Parents are never in that deep sleep.
Not
all of them, not the two. Maybe one.
So, when they are sleeping, I wake up. I start.
I remember you in one room.
But yeah, it can work. You get out.
But
of
you
bed.
can't do that work in dark. Okay, when it's dark, you
get your phone.
How do you get it?
Or you get your torch.
But you don't have a torch.
Then you're just making it harder for me to find out solutions. Because I don't think there is any house like that. There is no house like that, I think. But if me, what I know, for a normal home, not a home that you've just made up, you go into the sitting room. Every person has his own room. You go to your sitting room. You pick the torch. You sneak back into your bedroom slowly. You start doing your notes, copying everything down. You take the thing back to the torch right to your sitting room where it was. You sleep. Then in the morning, you take the book for marking. I mark. Problem solved.
Okay, Patricia, how can you solve that problem?
How I can overcome and solve that problem. What I can actually do. I can really prevent myself, like when I'm doing it at night. I have to really cheat that time. To make it I really cheat so that I get cheating like this. I mean that you get the phone of your parent, or maybe the others have these small phones. Like I tell what and what, you just put, because when you use these big phones, the smartphones, they are light. Okay, how can I say it? It's too much lightening.
Lightening.
Yeah, it's how I can say it. Okay, the light. So it can really almost, even though you put it now here and you put, okay, you switch off all the lights to light from there to the whole room. So it may make the parent wake up. So you get these small phones, you do your work. If you never had, if like you never had time at school to do that homework, so you really make sure that you do that homework, or you come early at school, even you have cheat. That means you have to cheat also in the morning to wake up very early in the morning, because you make like a deal with your colleagues or your friends. Say that let us come at this time.
But you didn't learn.
Like you might be like neighbors. You may feel like let me say like I'm a neighbor to you. I may come at your home if I never learned that today.
At 4 a.m. at my home, doing what?
No, not at 4 a.m. There, even my parents cannot allow me to go outside, because they know that because these days and time there are kidnappers. You can't really go outside at night unless you are very lucky, because you can't really move from outside. Even when you're going just outside or you're going to the latrine to do your business, you can't, because you'll be fearing. You may go like 10 or 4 people, because even those people could be fearing. So I really make sure that I do the work, so that at school I overcome or solve that problem of keeping on caning me each and every time. So it's what I can do.
Okay, let's first go for a short commercial break and then we come back.
Hi everyone, it's your girl Shibaki, and I'll be taking you through the lunchtime request show from Monday to Friday from 1 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. here at 4TV. Make sure you download the 4TV app and as well as Afro mobile app so that you don't miss the show.
What's up, our good people? It's your boy Swabrikis and
Praise Pajapati Center.
And we are the official host of
Western Connect.
That happens every single Sunday.
That is from 2 p.m. up to 4 p.m.
Keep it for TV.
Stay entertained.
Stay entertained.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. So I again remind you to download the 4TV app from the Google Play Store, the App Store, and watch us via the YouTube channel, Facebook and TikTok. So Christian, you can give out your remarks as we are winding up.
So I'm going to give the remarks of homework. Homework helps a child to remember things in class, to keep them in the mind, and it also helps a child to get high marks when passing exams. Then the disadvantage keeps a child away from homework, from home chores, the most important things at home, even spending time with family, and all that. So those are my remarks.
Okay, Patricia, you can give your remarks.
Mine is that homework is really good because it makes people or people's record what they've talked about and what they've learned about.
Okay.
So the disadvantages are that this homework makes us stay away from our families because you could be not having time to go to your relatives. That's what I can say.
Okay, so you can start sending your regards.
I would like to send my regards to my mother, my brother. I would like to thank our school, Green Circle, for supporting us and enabling me to come here. I'd like to thank our trainer, Richard Ategeka. I would like to thank 4TV and these two. Yeah.
For me, I would like to send my regards to my parents, sisters and brothers and my relatives. I thank them for supporting me to be in this organization because it really builds my yields. So I really say thank you, and I also thank our trainer, who is Richard Ategeka, and his relatives or people whom he trains us with. So I thank them very much for giving us this organization in our school. Thank you.
To me, I send my regards to my parents who have made this day for me, all my well-wishers, and our trainer, Mr. Tegeka, and all the administrative block of Uhenga Primary School, and also my siblings. And I'll again make remember to download the 4TV app and watch all the other programs from the YouTube channel, Facebook and TikTok. And also saying, we are thanking you for all the time that you have managed to stay watching us. So thank you for all that time, and also stay entertained.